Greg. Mike. Two bandits. Watching Bluey.
This episode's called Early Baby.
What up, party people, and welcome.
Wow, that was very fast.
To episode 40.
40.
Two bandits watching Bluey.
40.
I am your star-spangled buddy, Greg Painter.
I see him right there.
And with me, the man with a beard better than Uncle Sam's. It's...
I'm Mike Martin. What is happening?
Hey, Mike, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.
Okay, cool, yeah. I'm happy. 3-day weekends. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. 3-day weekends celebrating the amazing time years and years ago when Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum saved us from an alien invasion.
My God.
Welcome
to Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
I did not expect you to go that way, and I'm super glad that you did. So.
I'm super glad. Hey, Mike, what's your perfect 4th of July?
My perfect 4th of July is this 4th of July because I'm here with my good friend Greg Painter. I've got my lovely wife and family here. We've got our above ground pool that we're just going to hang out, and it's gorgeous outside. And we're going to do a garage sale this weekend. And we said, nobody's going to be around, so let's just relax. And I realized I just get to relax, don't do it. So, Greg, what's your perfect 4th of July?
Perfect 4th of July. It's got to have some fireworks.
Okay, that
stuff
makes sense.
Blowing up. Got to be some sort of outdoor.
Stuff blowing up.
Some sort of outdoor grilly activity. This year we're actually doing a Hammer Barn 4th of July. We're getting the Hammer Barn grill I got, making some pizzas
He's going
outside.
to Hammer Barn.
Can't wait. It's going to be a good time.
I'm going to have a great time.
It's going to be a great time. You know, it's going to be a great time talking about this episode.
Okay.
Because this...
How do you segue this one? I'm so excited.
This is a fun one. I'm excited for this one.
Okay.
I was a little nervous for it because I was thinking it was going to be heavy because I haven't come back to this one a million times. We are talking today, by the way, about Early Baby.
Early Baby, yes.
Early Baby. This is a fun episode. It's got a lot of heart. It's got a lot of soul. It's got a lot of feels.
That's what makes it really great is the characters drive this episode so much.
But before we get too off track,
let's
talk about
off track.
Let's talk about what our good friends at Wiki Bluey have to say about this episode.
Hey, Greg. Oh, man, I don't want to say that.
It's a rough sentence you're about to throw out at me, but go for it.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah?
What's an early baby? Oh, man. That's
Bluey's playgroup is at odds when Indy's baby hospital collides with Rusty's Knights and Dragons. But in explaining themselves, they both find that their games actually have a lot in common.
At odds? I mean, it's kind of this is quite the handicap match, I guess you could say.
It's a 3-on-1 slobber knocker here.
Also, it should technically, I think, be 4-on-1 because it's Indy, Bluey, Honey, and Chloe's in there at first too, but she has her baby first and runs away.
Oh, that's true.
So
that's
could
true.
have been,
and Polly. That makes 5.
That's doomed.
It's a tough one, and it's a tough day kicking right into this. A tough day at Calypso's. It's a raining day. No fun. Again, like you said, Indy, Honey, Bluey. At odds with poor Rusty for ruining each other's games.
It's stormy outside. It's gross. And Rusty just shows up.
You can't play. You're being mean. No good.
Oh, and the eyebrows in the beginning. So many downward eyebrows. So much frustration.
Downward eyebrows. Another one I really like too, and this is jumping forward ahead, but just with their facials. Like when Rusty starts trying to tell his side of the story, just gives like a little wipe of his nose, like, here it comes, here we go, it's Rusty time. But so I was thinking, thank goodness there's a Calypso in the world, because she's like, okay, we're not just going to feud, let's talk about our sides of the story.
Let's shoot some stories, let's figure this out. But, so Rusty goes up again, trial by fire here, because
we just
first story is...
We just cut to the end, we cut to a limping knight... holding a doll, saying, "Hello, Dr. Ladies, do you sell crutches?"
I love that he says Dr. Ladies. Because he's respecting their occupation in that situation. But also, when they scream, like, the show is really good with not only expressions, because we've gotten that figured out, but eye expressions, the tiny pupils.
Next note I have, the eyes on the girls when they scream. Just miniature eyes.
So they're really good at the please face, and they're really good at they're really good with these nuances.
Like, and then talking the nuances, and again, I realize I'm about to say continuity. It's drawn, so it's not really like a set manager remembering to place things, but
no, there's continuity.
Just in that first spot, the ping pong balls on the floor around them as they scream at him the first time, and then when he jumped forward in a minute, we see them dump the ping pong balls. Like they were in the screen in that first shot. They didn't forget to animate that in the shot.
Oh, good get. Holy guac.
But like you said, we get the quick side of the story, and then we go, Bluey, let's hear the whole story from your side.
Give it to Bluey, too, because I don't think Indy would have been able to tell the story.
People were running high on emotion.
Yes.
Bluey as lead doctor lady.
Just
Head it
says,
down, though.
Watch this.
Playing doctors, delivering babies. Easy peasy births. Just show up and boop!
Boom! Good job, Chloe.
Good job, Chloe. Shout out Max.
Yeah, no kidding.
Named your dog. Shout
I'm
out
gonna
your
call him
dog.
Max.
Lucky him for getting his cameo on the show while we're still waiting, but whatever.
One day, right?
One day.
Hit us up, guys.
Season
At
4.
Watching Bluey, please.
Season 4, we can do this. But Indy wants to play a slightly different game.
Yes.
And this is adorable. This is one of those adorable things the show does. She wants to play early baby like her sister in real life.
Yes.
And this gave me some copycat feels.
Yes.
Because she's trying to understand what her sister was going through by play acting it.
It's funny because I was reading theories online of whether it was Indy's younger sister that she witnessed that experienced it, or if she was an aunt to a younger. And I think the consensus is this is Indy's younger sister, right?
I would think this would be Indy's older sister who's having the. Oh, wait a second. Oh,
what's the relation to Indy?
That's a good question, because in my head, it was Indy's older sister had a baby.
See, I thought it was.
You thought it was Indy's mom who had the early baby.
I thought that Miss Emily Dish had another baby after Indy, and it was Indy experiencing her having a younger sister.
That's
and
very
seeing
interesting.
Her mom go through
I never even
that.
saw it that
I don't
side
know.
of
I don't know which way it goes, and I'm sure maybe season 3 will tell us. Or if you want us in a cameo in season 4, we'll tell the story too a little bit. But that's where I thought it was Indy's younger sister.
Things that make you go, That would make sense. I think
because it's her responding to how she saw her mom experience all that.
Very true.
I don't know. This is all theoretical. Let us know.
I like it. Baby's coming. But it's not supposed to come till this afternoon. It's an early baby.
Oh, it's a morning baby.
Yay, early baby.
The way they cut into the episode name was just perfect, because you forget, because I think this is probably one of the later times that they cut into what the name of the episode is.
They get a bit in there, yeah.
It's like a minute and a half. And they're like, now we say early baby.
But it's okay.
Honey's a great nurse.
She got the wet flannel.
She's got the wet flannels.
We're good to go.
Dude. She's always got wet flannels. And again, like you said with the sniffle with Rusty, there's a moment where they're talking about right around the early baby happening, Honey's glasses, you see them literally go down her nose just a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
And she pushes them back up. And it's just randomly done.
So small.
Like, come on, man. Why you gotta...
So stinking good. Speaking of stinking good, after early baby shows up, kind of sort of the 4D Indy with Polly. Like the different angles, the different lighting.
You got bingoed on that one, didn't you?
A little bit.
Have they... Has every time that they've done that, has that always been bingo? And this is the first time that it was somebody that wasn't bingo?
They do it with others throughout the show. We have one with, I know, Bandit, I believe early season 3. I think even Bluey in season 4.
But is this the first time that we're seeing somebody that's not bingo experience the 4D?
I believe so, maybe.
Because usually it's the bug, and it's always in my head so far.
We got the ladybug, we got the leaf bug, and then I think this. This isn't full-blown 4D mode, but it's that front-on camera shot that we
4D.
don't get a ton.
It's Indy 4D, 100%.
Indy 4D.
Indy 4D, hashtag.
In theaters this fall.
Bah.
I also do like the, it's a boy. No, it's a girl. It's a girl!
It's a girl!
Just
Indy's very... and that's why I don't know if it's her being an aunt or if it's a younger sister, because there's so much Indy being, I don't want to say the counselor, but she needs consoling. She's nurturing.
She wants to
is the word. Yes.
Very copycat. She's playing. This just happened. I feel like too. This is a very recent memory for her because she's got all of the points down. Gotta stay in the hospital because she's small. She can't go home.
Gotta wash your hands.
Gotta be in a fish tub.
In the fish tub. Yep. With the holes in it. And she likes the reading light. Holy guac, man! Like Indy's got some. I don't want to say demons, but Indy's been through some spit.
I can't stay, so you have to tell me to leave. But I'll pretend that I can't leave.
And she looks so sad.
So sad. And because again, that's what she saw. I'm on your side. That's what she saw her mom do when her little sister Polly showed up a little too early.
And that's what I'm curious. Like if that's it. I mean, haven't watched season 3, so we don't know, or even.
Right.
Does Indy have siblings? I don't know. In my head right now, I do not know.
Well, I don't know.
And
we know she for sure has either an older sister who had a baby or a younger sister who was an early baby.
Yep.
So she definitely has a sister.
And someone's name is Polly.
And Chloe's
just running around being like, "This is Max! Check out Max! Whee! This is great!" Oh.
You have to be the bravest you've ever been.
Come on, man.
That is such a line. And I so love all the comebacks to it throughout this episode.
Because it wasn't just a one time. It's not just a one time.
No.
It's a reoccurring phrase that bounces around. And I think Rusty's the first one that throws it out there, though.
No, I think that was the first one thrown out right there.
Was Rusty saying it?
No, when Bluey says it to Indy.
Oh, dang it, Bluey!
You have to be the bravest you've ever been. You know what else is a good line? Roar!
Sausage dragon!
Sausage dragon Snickers. Just randomly has no point in the story up to there. It's like, wait, what?
He just breaks scene. Boom! Guess what? And in your head, you're like,
stay in your own movie, Snickers.
I've been watching this episode for 45 minutes. Oh, no, it's been 4 minutes. And guess what? We're going to cut to part 2 now. Boom. This episode's called Early Baby, part 2.
We get the calming in the hospital. It's going to be okay, dear. Everything's fine. Hello, doctor ladies. Do you sell crutches?
Lightning strikes in the background. It's still pouring outside.
And then just to cut back to Rusty, like, oh, I see.
Wow.
Because Rusty is such a good little red kelpie.
He's
such a good kid.
I love the diamond on his chest. He's just like, he is a Power Ranger.
He feels so bad for what he did, even though he had no ill will or intent.
I know that the only person that's credited in this episode is Meg Washington. Come on, whoever does Rusty's voice, you the bomb diggity.
Well done.
It's like, I love that little Kiwi accent. He's just so fire in this episode. So
it's so good.
Let's go play dragons, right?
What? We don't even know about dragons yet, Mike.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Rusty.
But how do we find out about Rusty's story then? Doesn't it cut the Rusty story now?
Well, we're about to cut the Rusty story. Rusty can play if he follows the rules. Of hospital or early baby. But before you go, why did you need crutches?
Calypso.
Cut to Rusty's side of the story.
Boom.
We got Rusty and Coco. Coco making her debut in this episode. Well, debut of this episode.
Yes.
And
I'm sorry, I apologize, because I feel like we kind of got some Blue Mountains vibe when it came to the chess pieces. With the hands coming down, moving things around, and I didn't know if it was going to creep you out.
I actually love the chess piece. I love the detail on them, especially the sad old king, just all.
And he's a darker brown. He's
old and worn.
Ugh.
But they're building a castle. But every day, the sausage dragon comes and eats a villager. And the only way.
I'm gonna breathe fire.
The only way to save the town is to sacrifice a villager.
That's pretty savage there, Snickers. Like, once a day? They've only got 5 people left in town. They've got less than a week to survive.
And folks, if you think playing rock, paper, scissors to determine a winner of something,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Next time we might have to play Ip Dip Sky Blue.
Ip Dip Sky Blue.
Who's it? Not you.
Oh.
Not because dirty, not because you're clean. My mom says you're the fairy queen.
The princess.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah?
Did you have one of those when you were a kid? What was your version?
Ink a bink a bottle, ink the cork fell out and you stink, not because you're pretty, not because you're...
We had Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, which is the classic.
Eeny, meeny, yes.
We also had
good deep dive.
Bubblegum in a dish.
Bubblegum
And
in a
then
dish. How many pieces do you wish?
And then you count them out, and then that's the person. Never heard Ip Dip Sky Blue. That is a new one.
That was a freshie for me. Yes.
Friends, if you got other ones like that out there that we're not talking about at Watching Bluey, let us know your kiddo nursery rhyme picking a person for a thing.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Like that's you said that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Wow.
That's a goodie. But like you said, the queen's daughter is picked.
The princess.
It's tough. You would think royalty would be excluded. It's a very, very democratic
Snickers makes
monarchy.
Yeah. I'm about to say the entire village is just like the king could have gone. Then what happens?
Anyone.
While the king's away, the pawns will play.
I very much also enjoy the if anybody sacrifices themselves to be eaten by the dragon, you can have the castle.
There's not enough hands because everybody was saying no. Like
It's hard to own a castle when you've been eaten by a dragon.
But now so you got to think about it now. King's old. You can tell by the aged wood. Now you take the princess. I mean, you're basically just calling this kingdom up for dibs in this situation. Like, princess is gone. The pawns are like, new castle. Who dis?
It's a very, very Bowser-esque, Mario-esque side story here too. The princess stolen by the dragon. Got the brave warrior going to protect and save.
Rusty is Mario.
Rusty is Mario. He's red
with a sword.
He's red. Anything can happen in the world of Bluey.
Luigi then?
Yeah, yes. Buddy can. I think Buddy's more a Waluigi vibe to him. Or Wario with a nose picking.
I think Buddy's a Goomba.
Poor Buddy. Poor Buddy.
I don't know when it happens because they do a lot of cutback to storytelling and then going back to actually seeing the story. But as Rusty's telling the story, you see Indy holding Polly. But she's swaying with Polly and smiling.
Oh, cute! I missed that.
Like she's. It's not just sitting there listening to the story. She's again nurturing, and she's like, "Oh no, he's a cool dude." And that's mine. Gonna be my final note that I'll make at it.
I like it a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I also like again. We both have to be the bravest
again.
Ever been. Callback.
Heavy.
Love it.
Heavy.
But again, like we were saying, Q Knight Rusty to save the daughter. He's going to be the bravest he's ever been too.
That's right, he is. Everybody is. In this episode, it's such a story of you've got this episode.
It's also the parallel play. They're so close to each other. Because that was one of my notes here too, as Sausage Dragon is battling it out with Rusty. And, let's change. This looks more like a daughter.
Oh, they swap out the pawn piece to the...
How the heck did the girls not notice that then? They weren't being chill and quiet.
There was a lot of comforting and nurturing going on in the hospital at that time.
If there's a dragon attack in the hospital, you would think you would notice.
That's also true. Like, when you're playing Skyrim, it's not like there's no music when a dragon shows up. So, Sausage Dragon shows up, you gotta imagine it's like...
You would think.
So are we at Rusty Knight showing up?
Rusty Knight showing up with his epic battle time.
I love his knight armor because you can see cardboard ridges inside it. So you can tell it is like firsthand, I don't want to say cheaply made, but you can tell it's kid toy made.
That is an awesome self-made. We don't do a lot of play building. The one that we ever did that was like a huge set piece that we made when Emily was like 3.
Sure.
I built her a cardboard robot costume and put like aluminum foil on the sides and all over it, and like stuck little buttons all over it, and she just walked around like beep boop beep.
Yes.
I'm a robot. And it's my favorite. I've got like that is like a true life favorite thing. Is remembering
so
her
wonderful.
In Emily robot form.
I did that. I was also Rusty one year for Halloween, way back when I was like 14, 15. I dressed up for Halloween. I kid you not. I don't know if I told you the story, and I tell too many stories, so whatever. I dressed up as a house for Halloween.
Like the house from Final Fantasy VII?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
A house. So I got a cardboard box from the grocery store. I cut holes in it. I put 2 slanted sides, and I put shillings? I don't know what you call the things.
Shingles?
Yeah?
Shingles.
Shingles, thank you. And
Shillings is old-timey money.
Oh, cool. And I literally painted it, like I had windows on the side as my arms, and I walked around the neighborhood as a house. I was a house for Halloween. I was super excited because, gonna cut you off, I went to a random house and got candy, and they said, "Oh, cool, it's the house. I heard about you." I was like, yeah.
Nice.
So I felt very connected to Rusty with his first-hand style. He had a little chip on his shield too. It's so like so fun.
It's very choice, and I still say in my headcanon you were the house from Final Fantasy VII.
The house?
After you beat it up a lot, it just I've got arms and legs and a head. But I'm a
Pretty
house.
much.
But I'm
There's
a
a photo
house
of me
somehow.
somewhere in the world that exists that has me dressed up as a house. So
Love
look
it.
out, world. We're back.
That's a solid costume
Yes.
for you and Rusty and Emily. Everybody's looking good.
Everyone's looking.
Sausage Dragon, store-bought costume, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Nice big old tail. No wonder it rips so easily when Rusty just yank.
What's with his big hat? Why is Snickers' hat so big?
He likes his hat.
It's a long hat,
Snickers
though.
hat. I'm gonna guess for the oppressive summer heat in Australia.
Maybe, and he's a long dog.
Because isn't that one of... Yeah. Isn't that like a... I think... I don't own one, but I think that's a thing where like the long hats to cover your neck from that hot, oppressive Australian heat.
So buy sunscreen or wear a Snickers hat.
Yes.
Oh, I'm buying a Snickers hat. I'd look so dumb in a Snickers hat.
You look adorable, don't you ever say that again. But Brave Rusty again rips the sausage dragon's tail off, saves the day, but is badly hurt.
He catches that baby with so much comforting swag. So the baby Polly flies up, and he literally dives like if he doesn't catch her, it's the worst everything ever. And it's what I think is going to become Bluey season 27, the best romantic story you've ever seen, because that Rusty Indie vibe is
I've got some feels on that
heavy.
we might hit on in a few minutes here.
So he dove like his life depended on it. It was
Dove like his life depended on it, and it does. He's badly hurt. He needs to go to the hospital.
Oh man, it's like when Bingo talks about the fruit bats, that they're nocturnal or they're nocturnal.
Nocturnal, yes.
Like it's exactly like they're 5 and 6. This is great.
We limp over to the doctor ladies. We get the scream for the third time.
Tarantino everywhere, man. Like, how many times can we replay this story?
We don't get an or an O or a that makes sense from the girls.
It's just Bluey like, oh, what'd she say?
Let's play Knights and Dragons.
But she just go, wow. Like, the music stops and the storm stops.
I was about to say, the music and the storm stops.
And she just goes, wow. Let's play.
Because I'm glad you brought up the storm stopping too, because I almost missed talking about these small things in the background. After they do the first cut back, after the girls tell their story, you can see it's still raining.
Storming.
You can even see on the glass the
water
drips
dripping.
of water slowly. Like, come on, guys, stop being so good at your job. It's not fair to everyone else.
It's not fair to us to sit here and try to figure out how to talk about it for only 40 minutes when we can spend another hour and a half.
Love the good boy Rusty from Calypso, because Rusty's just a good boy.
Oh, the pat on the head, and then
just the way Indy's looking at him.
The wagging of the tails. There's so many wagging of tails in this episode. Like, it could have been a copycat style episode where it was really sad, but everybody was really happy as things were happening in the episode. Like, there were so many tails wagging. Like Chloe at times, her tail was randomly wagging when Snickers was running around. It's just I think this is like Calypso Part 2 episode almost. Like,
you are just setting me up left and right with your words. Because no, Michael.
No?
This is Calypso Part 1. And the episode Calypso is Calypso Part 2. Say, hey, Greg, why did you say that?
Hang on. No, yeah, talk quick because there's some gaps.
Because
Hang on.
what is Rusty doing during the episode of Calypso?
He's building a house.
And halfway through, who visits?
Indy?
And who does Indy have with her?
Stop it.
Polly.
Stop it.
Do you want to build a fence, Polly?
Stop
Do
it.
you want to do this, Polly?
Get out of my head. Wait, what?
So this happens.
So back to our conspiracy theory board.
Yes.
Bike, and then pirates, right? And then we have... So Calypso happens after this.
Calypso happens after this. And
But
likely
the next episode is
Mums and Dads, which Lexi also happens before Calypso.
Oh my goodness!
Possibly in the same day. My what I am posing to you is Calypso, Mums and Dads, and Early Baby are all the same day.
Mic drop.
I like
Drag
literally
drop.
you
Holy-
just like Mike the person just dropped to the floor
I am like a
as I
puddle
said that.
in my office chair now. You've unlocked a secret code. No. Oh, so what we need to do once we finish all of the seasons, apparently at some point in time, we get to
write them all down.
redo the episodes again from what we think is episode 1 to.
It's not chronological episode 1, it's chronological when it happens. So the first episode we record
Holy wow.
will be Fairy Tale because that happens in the 80s. Then we'll have to watch.
Oh, and the
Then
fairies
we'll have-
exist.
Yeah.
Tell me a point in time where these things don't exist. We have to figure out if these things exist.
We're going to do it. It's
Magic
gonna be-
Xylophone, Feather Wand.
It's going to be an extra special 10-hour episode
Oh.
where we dissect all 150 plus episodes of Bluey. But first, we got to get through this one.
We can't do it, man! Yes, we can.
Rainbow in the background.
Dude,
Who wants to
'cause
play Mums and Dads?
the conflict is over. So, storming right from the get-go. Tiny pupils. Rusty's story. Indy's story. Storming the whole time. Once they realize, once Bluey says, "Do you want to go play this game?" and they're like, "Yeah!" and they run away. And it's just Indy and Rusty standing there.
With a beautiful
Rainbow in the background. Conflict's over.
Just-
Dude!
And again, the small thing.
What?
This is a show, when it was written, was intended for preschoolers. And
No, it's
things
not.
like
It was
this-
intended for you and I.
Things like this is why people like you and I love it. Because the attention to detail
What?
that entire team does is faux stinking nominal.
The rainbow's out. Calypso, all she did was she was a mediator. That's it.
She just somebody for them both to talk to tell their story,
Yep.
and they took it from there.
Yeah, and it wasn't the girl side of the story. And then because Rusty was like, "Okay, cool, I'm gonna put that behind me. I'm gonna move on." And Calypso's like, "No, Rusty, what's up, dog?" Like, yeah. And she just says, "People need to hear your side too." And then you get 4 more minutes of the episode. And I think it was a longer episode. I think it was like 8 minutes. This
felt long in a good way. I was shocked. Again, this is not let's go watch the fun episode Early Baby 20 times in a row. This doesn't have to keep you.
I think I only watched it like 3
kid time
times,
vibes.
dude.
This one, I was not expecting to like as much as I did.
Yeah.
On this rewatch, it was so fun.
Get dangerous for brackets already.
I was about to say
apparently.
this is the first one on bracket part 4.
It's gonna be a long trek for the final
dude,
quarter. I know.
Some of the things coming. We're not going to get there because we got important things to do before that. Like, hey, Mike,
Yeah, bud.
what's your favorite thing today?
Oh, dang. I'm gonna double up. I'm gonna cheat. We talked about it already. So I think the greatness of having the rain end was just they weren't dumb with doing that. It was because the storm was still going, even though Blue was like, "Let's go play a game," and Clips was like, "Do you want to tell your story?" So, favorite thing 1 was the rain ending. Yes, I think favorite thing 2 was just the consistency of the tail wagging throughout the episode. It should have been a heavy hitting episode. It should have been a copycat. It should have but you're getting it from truly the kid's perspective. Like Indy went through some stuff, but they're happy throughout the entire episode. Chloe's wagging her tail, and Coco's wagging her tail, and Sausage Dragon's just wagging
His real tail and his sausage dragon tail.
both tails. So I think I want to give it to just the tail wagging because it could have been a heavier episode, and they chose to do it from the kid's perspective in a good way. Greg?
Yes, sir.
What was your favorite thing today?
My favorite thing was the second, hello, Dr. Ladies, do you sell crutches? Not the first one, but the second one.
Why is that?
Because we get all of it. We get the and then the quick flashback to Rusty be like, oh, I see. I just love that realization that he has. Like, oopsie daisy. I did an uh-oh.
But he didn't.
He did, but he didn't mean to, and he felt bad for it. And then, like you said, we get the back half of the story, and Rusty's so brave and so great. But it was just like a great moment. It's like, oh, that's why they were. But I just enjoyed that realization that he had. It was great.
I love that. So, with that being the case, Greg?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character today?
Since you cheated?
Uh-huh. You can cheat too.
With the favorite thing.
Okay.
My favorite character is Rindy. Rindy is my couple name.
You did not just like
my shipping name for Rusty
Brad
and
Pitt
Indy.
and Angelina Jolie.
I did. Rindy for life. They are two flippin' adorable dogs. They need to get married on top of a mountain in 20 years when they are old enough to financially support each other. If we can have a great time together.
If we can be in Rusty's wedding party in season 27 when they get married,
oh my goodness!
Then then all has been forgiven. All has passed. I've spent 40 episodes just talking about episodes, not including interviews with very friendly people from Bluey, with this goofy guy. Just throw us in the wedding party. That'd be cool. How much swag would we have in Rusty's, which was supposed to be originally what Bluey was Rusty and Eddie's wedding.
I would not mind a Rusty spinoff. You never know. Anything could happen in the world of Bluey.
Man, how do I even compete with this now?
But hey, Mike.
Yeah.
I almost forgot to ask you a very important question.
It's okay.
Who's your favorite character?
It's still Rusty. I just have to give it to Rusty.
I think every episode Rusty's been in, he's been your favorite character, which is not a bad thing.
He's like Mackenzie's tough to get used to learn as a character. Rusty, you can't not like him. Like he's honorable. So it bums me out because Rusty's gonna grow up to be the kind of kid. I was talking to Carrie about it this morning. He's gonna be the kind of kid that, like, down the road, he'll see somebody with a flat tire, he'll pull over and change your tire for you. And I'm not that character. And it's just like he's so honorable. He's just a cool doggo.
He's just a good dude. He's just a good dude.
And he's so sweet. And he's got that just that really
he helps
cool
old ladies cross
New
the street.
Zealand accent. Like he does, seriously. He'll throw his coat down.
You wake up in the morning and he's mowing your yard and you didn't even ask him to do it.
Like, okay. He's like, I got this one's on me, mate. Like, he's that guy. And he's like, oh man. I want Finn to grow up to be like Rusty. If that's the case, then just cool. I did an okay job.
So that's a lot of words. So how do you rank this then?
So it's so funny because there's 500 ways you can rank it. You go with gut instincts with it. Gut laugh, gut instincts. So I've given this one 14 wet flannels from Honey. Because she's always got the wet flannel ready to go. There. She's got the slippery glasses and she fixes them. 14 wet flannels right from Honey. Good to go. Nurse Honey's awesome. Hey Greg.
Yo.
On this episode freaking 40 of Bluey, how does Greg Painter somehow find a way to rank Early Baby?
I rank this sucker 4 sausage dragons.
Yes!
Roar!
Snickers! What's up, dude? Oh, with the long hat. He does have the long hat on the toy, too.
Thank you,
oh my
everybody out in the Blueyverse.
You guys.
Plug
gals,
time.
All the pals.
At Watching Bluey on Twitter.
That's us.
At Watching Bluey Pod on TikTok. Hey, Mike, remember last week when I was like, get us to 100 TikTok followers, and they'll probably be over 100 like last year.
That sounded exactly like you. It was a great Greg impression.
Thank you. We're up to $1.25 on there.
Why? Thanks, guys.
Tons of videos. Check us out. Also, send us your thoughts, your feels, your hopes, your
anything.
WatchingBluey at gmail.com. I want to give a quick shout out here, early shout out.
Future shout out.
To Adela. Thank you for that amazing clip you sent us. I won't say what episode yet, so it can be a surprise to everybody else. But
you broke us.
Sent us an awesome thing for season 2. And not gonna lie, definitely teared up and appreciate you. And you're an amazing person. And thank you.
I think I listened to it once. Like, oh, I should listen to this clip. And then I sat there and I'm like, oofa doofa. This is a heavy clip. And I listened to it again. Much love. Serious. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you. Send us your takes, your feels, rate, view, subscribe.
Yes.
Patreon, get there.
Yes, we're doing those things still.
Video games is a blast. Just hop on there for a month and listen to video games, because you're going to enjoy it. That was a hoot and a half.
Cheaper than a third of a cup of coffee. $2. Come hang out.
Also got the merch store.
Uh-oh.
Some tumbleweeds on there, so we'll try to dust it off. Maybe try to come up with a couple more designs. We're crafty kids. Hey, if you want to make a design for us, send it our way. We'll put it out there. Why not? We love the artists in our community. Speaking...
No shame in our game.
Segues, artists in our community.
Ooh.
Missed this shout out last week, but thank you so much, and I apologize for butchering your handle. At Einsimkitis.
Nailed it.
That's
first try.
Einsamkeitus.
5 times fast.
You made an awesome music video for...
Oh, yeah!
Thank you. You made an awesome music video for an old Custard song and slapped these goofy guys in the middle of it for a scene in the center.
We're just chilling in the middle.
Just like, hey, this looks like a fun video. I want to check it out. I was like, wait, what? That's us.
That's us?
So, super cool. We might not have made the cut yet for Bluey, but I'm very proud to make the cut for that video. Awesome work. It was clearly a labor of love, so appreciate it.
Your hat was quite dapper, must I say.
Always dapper. Thank you, sir.
We had like the center table, too. We were like front, center, boom. Most expensive
there.
tickets in the
it.
place.
Aussie plug time.
Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Hang on. It's got to be chess pieces. Something with chess pieces or Snickers tail.
If you want to have a lovely Knights and Dragons experience of your own,
close.
Check out the Winterfest Medieval Fair in Sydney, Australia. Ooh. Unfortunately, it happened yesterday. So reserve your spots for next year, I guess. But it'll be a great time, I'm sure. Maybe there's some other ones out there.
Oh, use the promo code.
Sausage
Dragon.
Roar.
Oh, I'm proud.
Winterfest.com.au.
Found it. Ooh, just .eu?
Oh, no, winterfest.com.
.au. Oh, don't scare me like that.
I apologize.
You can't throw a curveball at me in episode 40. Oh, 40.
We will be back next week with part 2 of the trilogy of Calypso episodes.
Ooh, moms and dads.
Thanks again.
My gosh.
But until then, it's got to be done.
It's got to be done, man.